Well, let's find out as we jump into the drafting phase for one more bout against these two great teams. The score is 1-1 as we get into the drafting phase of game number 3. Welcome, Fireflux Esports on the blue side up against RRQ on the red side.
RRQ. Starting things off by banning Joy is justified. We have seen Joy throughout the season, what she can do, and also having the Nolan as well. Alright, so far I don't think that there is something quite surprising from the side of Team RRQ, but when we look at Fireflux, they are focusing so much on the gold lane, and I don't think this is different than the previous game, because I think that I also saw a 1-1 up there with the Bruno as well. So the thing that's different here this time for Team Fireflux is that there's a target ban that annoyed them so much, which was the Arlet.
Actually, it was their own.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
the other ban was the Terizla, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like right now, RRQ, they're thinking, do we respect it or do we not?
I'm looking at Coach Cabral. I can only imagine that he's doing it in his own language. It's like, boys, what do we think about this? Like, do we really need to ban this out? And if so, is it necessary? Because we're losing so much on this. We're missing one more ban. And Guinevere, let it through.
I would actually agree with that. RRQ side, they banned 3 junglers, and yeah, considering that Guinevere is a jungler, arguably. RRQ Akira banning 3 junglers so far, but leaving Baxi out, leaving a lot of other picks out, and now they are into the first phase for themselves. They still have a lot to pick from. You have the Angela, the Faramis, the Matilda. You can even get the Kaja now, so there is a lot of heroes for Team RRQ Akira to pick from.
Terizla as well, because if I'm a Kaja, I don't want to go against a Terizla, because when I'm pulling someone in, someone can stop me. So take the Terizla for yourself. Even if Fireflux wants the Kaja, they kind of don't care. They got a Terizla.
Yeah, they have ways for counter-engage, which is what we wanted. We see the Novaria, finally. It's been some time. Novaria, and as well as Matilda, Matilda has been ignored quite a bit, especially in that first phase, and usually somehow makes it towards the second. Now, we see the final pick coming in for RRQ Akira. Any thoughts on what it could possibly be this time? Because I was expecting Gold Lane to show pretty early on.
Speaking of expectations, I would have actually expected to see a Valentina, not a Novaria, because Valentina can actually get the best use out of the black shoes and also the penalty zone and whatsoever comes on the road. But what should we expect here from RRQ Akira? I would say a marksman. Taking a marksman now, having these, or like taking the advantage of having the marksman. Also, Fireflux already banned 2 marksmen. Continue with the target bans on the second phase. I think that's the trick for me. I think that's gonna work. They don't go with it.
This does show that it's an opportunity to pick up the Kaja, but they don't want the Kaja. I kind of feel like they're trying to bait out Fireflux, ban it out so that whatever they really want is open. Perhaps even something like a Minotaur or a Tigreal, because they got quite a lot of crowd control here for RRQ Akira.
Possibly. I feel like the Tigreal is just going to be slightly better compared to the Minotaur, only because the Matilda is able to pull out the right targets compared to Tigreal, who just locks them down no matter what, and you have to commit pretty hard to cancel out the ability in the first place. But now we go, Yutsal gets banned out. Okay, why do we get banned out Yutsal? You want your backline to generally be safe. Maybe short range, another carry again?
I would actually like for Team RRQ Akira to take an Ixia, because they have area crowd control. They can also back it up with a Minotaur, as you said, Lafel, or even a Tigreal. So, having that said, I would suggest that they have this into their composition. But I think that Fireflux already see from the same perspective as you, Lafel, they ban the Tigreal, and they know that if you add one more area crowd control hero for Team RRQ Akira, the game is gonna be so toxic.
Yeah, especially because they have the Novaria as well as the Matilda. They can't really change the direction by having something like a Diggy, because at that point, you're going to be vulnerable to a lot of damage.
Extremely vulnerable. Oh, dude, actually, RRQ Akira need to be the ones that ban out the Ixia here, because if they give it over to Fireflux, they at least have Matilda to reposition.
Either team is good for Ixia, yeah.
Okay, ban out the clock, force it on Fireflux. Now it's your choice, Fireflux. Let it through or don't let it through. It's up to you right now, because keep in mind, RRQ Akira get first pick on the second phase because they're on red side.
Fireflux, what's gonna be the last ban in the last phase of banning?
I'm sure in their head they're like, okay, Minotaur, Ixia, carry. these are the three main suspects. Which would we rather go up against?
Would you say Akaja to ban here?
Right, Kaja ban, like you said, Kaja ban here.
Okay, okay. So at least no way to kind of lock down their opponents, or actually when they hit level 4 to snowball out of control, Brody gets locked in for the side of RRQ.
42% win rate.
It has
I mean, it's not that bad, but it's like not as great as you would want it, right? 42%.
It could have been like in a Brody position, of course,
Yeah.
you know? But now, final 2 picks to complete the composition for the side of Fireflux. What are we thinking here, boys? Because I don't know, Ixia looks real juicy on the table.
Yeah, I would say I would also go for an Ixia here for Team Fireflux, but what
Maybe
are they
Lapu?
also missing here? Oh, an
EXP?
XP lane,
Yeah.
so...
Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5. 5 divers that RRQ Akira banned out. So maybe having a diver here would be great.
Benedetta.
Yeah, Benedetta,
Lapu.
Benedetta,
Lapu.
Ixia,
Yeah.
Lapu, Ixia. We could all be wrong, to be fair. They might just go Leslie just to mess with us, but here we go.
Yeah.
Ixia?
Yeah.
Paquito.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would you guys agree with the Paquito? I think that there has been other picks that can be more effective here. I think if we went for a Benedetta, it would work like magic.
I think
Wait. Why is Lewis like, yeah, lock it in. Don't even think about it. Lock it in.
I don't know. We got 30 seconds to kind of think about it. And Coach Cabral is like, he's consolidating with him. He's like, are you sure you really want to go for this? Do you want this, Luis?
He looks super happy just now. It's like, they didn't ban it. They didn't pick it.
This is one of these moments where
Smiling.
the player
Joe!
himself, yeah. This is one of the moments where the player is still the coach, like, I am confident. Trust me. Trust
Wait,
me.
Did
It's
they,
the way of the dragon.
did they bait out the Ixia?
I think they might
Right?
have tried to
That's
bait out
why
the
Luis was
Ixia.
happy.
Okay, wait, hold on. Ixia still has counterplay, though. It's
Yeah.
not like it's impossible, but
Alright.
it may force an awkward spot where you have to take Purify in these types of situations. 2 backline divers to potentially kick you out of there. You still have the Matilda to save you with a guiding wind, so let's see how this plays out.
But with the Purify, you will not have that mobility, and also we know that Ixia doesn't have mobility whatsoever using any of her skills, so I would say it's essential for her. I would go for a 95%. She will go for the Flicker. I do see the use of the Purify here because there's a lot of crowd control coming from the side of Team RRQ. Let's see what's going to happen in the Land of Dawn.
All right. Final game here in our second best of 3 series of the day so far. It's going to be an exciting one as we've been pushed all the way down to match point for either side. It's going to be Fireflux Esports on the blue side up against their opponents who have pushed them to the edge, RRQ Akira on the red side.
Now, again, I want to see who is going to be the aggressor here, especially King on this Martis. Usually the side quest that you want to achieve with a Martis is to get those early kills. Ideally, 2 kills around the first turtle. If you get on second turtle, then that's pretty good as well, but having those early kills can help you snowball the game. So I kind of feel like RRQ, especially having the Cho here as well as the Lilia, we got to look at a turtle for their first potential big fight.
And looking here at the emblem set between both marksmen, they both want to go a little bit tanky. They don't want to have that much damage dealt to them. Oh, Rosa, he needed to use the flicker out.
Yeah, honestly, well played by Sagan here. He walks up right in front of Rosa, punishes him for every step that he takes, especially since Rosa's the one that wants to clear the wave. And the wave is pushing into him, so really nicely done by Sagan.
Looking at the XP also, because we are, like, or at least me, I'm talking a lot about the gold lane here, but looking at the XP, they have this clear potential that they can clear so fast, join the team fights, and especially for the Paquito himself, having level 4 earlier on will be a really good thing for a Paquito, but it's gonna be even more better for Tekashi to take his level 4. The penalty zone will be so effective, and the turtle is 15 seconds away.
I would say it's good from Alien understanding that Tekashi wants to freeze the lane, so he just cuts the lane, so it doesn't matter. And Rosa gets taken down, first blood. Hey, side quest, 1 is down. King needs 1 more.
Oh boy, that is not what you want to see here. It feels like Fireflux Esports, especially with the way that they're positioning with Tianzi so deep in the jungle. How else was he supposed to inform Rosa about the potential trap being laid out by RRQ Akira? Feels like they're...
Oh! Penalty zone going in onto TNZ. He's in trouble. Matilda that. to help him out. Saigon is looking very low. Alien wants that kill. Alien gets that kill, but right now he's in a bad position. King gets another one. Side quest completed. And now TNZ, where are you going to run away from? Apex 47 helps him out, and King gets the turtle.
King was almost there.
Oh my god, kill over kill. Roamer aggression, Apex 47 going for Luis. And Luis gets taken down.
Finally, they had to commit with the Astral Echoes as well just to get him the extra hitbox range. Finally taking it out. But overall, the score is still 2-2, and the gold lead is still in RRQ Akira's favor. I think that at the very least, Fireflux, they wanted to reset that turtle. Tianzi already used his retribution just to kind of slow down RRQ Akira's Paquito from moving forward so that they could back away with the guiding winds.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a really entertaining game here. We can see that Team Fireflux both with RRQ Akira with the high mechanics, and also it's not only about the macro. At sometimes I really enjoy the micro skills as well in laning phase. Whoa!
Looks like they want Takashi, TNC, as well as Alien. Looks like he's able to survive. King comes up. They really want Alien. Alien can't run away from this, can he? King gets a killing spree.
King could have given it to his EXP later, but it's like, no. Side quests, gotta get those stacks, gotta max it out. He's got black shoes, Sagan's fine, right? Unless he gets hit by another one of those skill shots. But in the meantime, it has been pretty uninteractive down by the bot side of the map.
Looking here at the top lane, they are committing to it.
Yep. Looks like they're just gonna poke Luis out. I mean, Apex 47 and Luis, maybe after that first kill onto Luis, might be a little bit personal here.
I would have actually expected to see that kind of pressure on the gold lane, not on the XP lane, but have it your way. RRQ takes the first turret up there in the XP lane, so I would expect a switch sometime soon for Team Fireflux Esports.
I think Fireflux is not going to switch it out just yet, right? They still need their EXP laner towards that turtle side of the map for now.
Alien finds Saigon, but the black shoes helps him out. Looks like the turtle is going to get taken by King. I was talking about the early aggression, and looks like RRQ Akira, they got it.
He doesn't have the retribution.
King right now is looking at TNZ. Looks like he's going to get away Takashi as well as Saigon there, making sure that King has a safe passage out of there.
The King looking to reclaim his crown once again, looking for a series win for RRQ Akira, right? Now, I was expecting a lot of the pressure to actually be pushed towards the gold lane side, but instead, they do it to EXP. And now, they're going to look for these tier 1s.
Yeah, Lagusa just wants to take that turret down.
Mortal Coil deep into enemy territory, but looks like RRQ Akira, they just want to play it a little bit safe. Get the turret, get out.
Yeah, clean. So clean from Team Fireflux, actually also from Team RRQ in both ways of the map. But the ones who are now advancing in terms of the objectives are Team RRQ after taking both turrets on the side lanes. Now the next quest, the next side quest, I would say, for King is take the mid lane.
Yep, TNZ is the target here, but Alien with the knockout strike, able to push them away. And right now, looks like Apex 47 is going for Saigon. King, Takashi, and Saigon, they're going back in. Luis, unable to find anyone to really use the Way of the Dragon on.
Yeah, nicely played by Alien. He's using those knockup strikes to kind of keep the distance, right? Continuously peeling for the rest of Fireflux Esports, making it awkward for RRQ Akira to find the right angle to get in on these fights, right? But if you look at the gold earned, Gusta is in a very good place right now. Sunshine not too far away behind him, only 400 gold behind him. King in a good spot, even Takashi, so they have 3 winning lanes right now.
Yeah, but having 3 of your team members up there in the charts, even if it's not with a... it is just a slight difference between the other teams, between the Fireflux and the RRQ in terms of gold, but still, it is an advantage. But 2.6k in the early game in 6 minutes of time, it's not that much that you can be afraid from. You can be afraid from the engage that's going to happen now.
Astral Echo used, and looks like Luis finds TNC. Here's the big target. Takashi goes in, but Bull Barrage from Sunshine pushes RRQ Akira away.
This is what I was worried about, right? When is that full barrage going to take into effect? And with the majority of the members chunked out from RRQ Akira, they have to back away from this turtle.
Right now, King taking quite a... What? Flabbergasted! I'm flabbergasted!
Oh, I felt that in my stomach. That was a gut punch out of nowhere. Oh, goodness gracious me.
King just reminded Apex 47, you forgot whose jungle you're in.
Dude, that was a moment where you go into all chat in a pub game and just say, sit.
What?
What?
Sit.
Oh, sit.
Sit down. You don't want to, I mean, nobody has the time to write sit down. You just say sit and you leave it there. Let it hang.
Yeah, he let them hang. Okay,
Dude, where did that come from?
I don't
What
know.
kind of pub games are you in?
Personal pub games. I don't want to talk about it, man. It gets rough. It gets real rough. Now with 80 seconds at least for the next Lord to actually spawn, a good time to actually take a breather for Fireflux Esports, right? They know what they need to do to actually bait out, because right now RRQ Akira are the aggressors. They are the ones eager to close out this game quicker compared to Fireflux.
RRQ Akira right now, I think that they have a lot to be afraid. No, actually it's Fireflux. Fireflux, the next game for them is up against Blacklist International, right? So the next game is so dangerous for Team Fireflux, so they need to win this game so badly just to not risk it, just to not have another risk.
Apex 47 made a mistake. He had to use the Purify. Right now, King gets attacked by Alien, but penalty zone so far. Full barrage used, and RRQ Akira just like, we respect it, we're out.
Yeah, you can see that even Luis, he's like, I could kick the Paquito, but like, when's that full barrage coming? Oh, answers my question. Let's get out of here.
Actually, every time I see Sunshine uses his ultimate, it's so hard for me not to imagine a Savage, because every time he positions, he's in a really perfect spot. And also, as you guys said, he can relocate himself using the second skill from Apex 47. Not to mention that he also have a flicker. So at this point, he needs just a proper setup. Fireflux with one setup, and actually Sunshine have the sufficient amount of damage. Yes, they are behind in gold, but yet he can deal the damage enough to get quite. I wouldn't say a maniac. It's gonna be.
Yep. And now the Lord has been started by RRQ Akira. Apex 47 and TNZ is close by. The Lord is the target. King gets it. King gets it. Now the full barrage is in full effect. And looks like everyone has to go away. Luis gets taken down. Fireflux Esports, they're trying to go in for the fight. Takashi tries to run away. Gusta Lagusta so far looks like he is in a very nice spot. Saigon taking a little bit of damage coming in from Alien. Even though RRQ Akira, they got the Lord, but Fireflux Esports, they're the one aggressing.
Yeah. They just want, I mean, even though they didn't get the neutral, doesn't matter. I've killed the majority of your team. We can defend against this. And right now, Rosa is coming to a point where his Astral Echoes are, it's such a powerful ability, especially with the Meteor Shadow. It's important that he hits these skill shots because there's not a lot that RRQ Akira can actually do. They don't have Enchanter-style supports to actually top them up after the skill shot connects.
Yeah, and defending the Lord from a far distance actually sends you a message that Team Fireflux kind of found their own rhythm by now, and winning a team fight for me actually is kind of important more than the Lord himself, because as we see, Fireflux took the mid lane turret, now they will take the losses, now they will pay the price for leaving that Lord.
Right now, Luis finds Apex 47. Luis so far haven't found a lot of good targets to use the Wave of the Dragon. Apex 47 taking a lot of damage. Takashi goes in, and looks like Gusta Lagusta gets the kill. TNZ is not there to help.
Oh, it's not looking good. Where's that full barrage? Sunshine ready to rip it open. And there we go. And RRQ, they just walk away. They're like, okay, that's totally fine. But notice on the top side of the map, we see that Alien is actually getting a push of his own and will be able to secure that tier 2 without much contention.
Yeah, he was just playing his own game on top lane. He managed to get that second turret, and actually this will give quite good vision for Team Fireflux with time. But he's going for the back line.
No black shoes.
Oh,
Flicker has to be used. Gusta Lagusta has to run away. Saigon and Gusta Lagusta, that was so close. Luis is there, but I don't think he's in prime position to use his ult to isolate a target, because even the damage dealers aren't healthy at this point.
Yeah, Rosa is hitting some really nasty shots. Gusta Lagusta losing all of his resources, including his flicker as well, just to get out of the situation entirely, right? If that collapse from the side of Fireflux Esports was just a wee bit faster, it could have been quite dangerous. But here we go. Tier 2 on the bot side being contested.
Got some formation. Now they know that's only King and Luis.
Yep, King is able to clear the minion. So far, I'm a little bit worried. RRQ Akira, they're not respecting the push coming in from Alien. He got 2 for free, and only now Gusta Lagusta is responding.
Yeah, housekeeping is going to be important here, right? And keep in mind that, like, for the most part, as much as Gusta Lagusta likes to believe that he's really far ahead, if he ends up face-checking a bush that he shouldn't be, Alien might be able to chunk him down enough. Since we haven't seen the Winds of Nature actually come out just yet, I think he's already completed it, but I don't know whether he had to use it earlier to get away.
That Lord Dance is going to be so dangerous for Team RRQ, even though they are ahead in gold, but this 1K is nothing compared to one ultimate coming from the Ixia. Ixia can flip everything around. She needs, and Team Fireflux needs actually to dance that Lord out and battle it with Team RRQ. One ultimate from the Ixia can flip everything around.
Oh, look at the play.
Louise manages to use the Weight of Dragon onto Alien. Alien gets taken down, but we're looking at the Lord here. Takashi flickers forward, gets 2, but full barrage. Looks like Takashi's able to escape out of that, but King looks for Sunshine. King gets pulled back somehow. But now the Lord is up for a contest. RRQ Akira is in a better position here.
King might have overthought the Ashura's aura there, but this dance is starting to look kind of bad for the side of RRQ Akira. Even though majority of the spells are down, Rosa's just harassing them.
Yeah, Takashi's trying his best to push TNZ away. Looks like the Lord goes over to RRQ Akira. Very nicely played. And Rosa was hitting those shots, man. They could have died.
Even though RRQ Akira were lower in numbers, they missed Louis and also Gusta Lagusta. They were managed to pull off a 3-4 team fight. That was quite insane, actually. And the one to give the credit to was definitely Takashi.
I mean, Takashi finds an engage. Sagan makes sure that no holes are allowed for Fireflux to kind of slip through to get past him. But in the meantime, right, this next upcoming Lord should be able to get an inhibitor turret. It might even force Sunshine to use a full barrage early on. As soon as it's down, it might spell some trouble for the side of Fireflux if it doesn't get a kill, or at least gets a trade.
Yeah, what you need right now is just to synchronize the minions, having that enhanced Lord, and find an opening. Team RRQ are up for the challenge.
All right now the Lord is marching down bottom. Apex 47, he has to be careful. He's far away from his team. Speaking of which, RRQ Akira manages to get the inhibitor down bottom. Looks like they're going to get the outer turret down in the mid as well. RRQ Akira, they're not stopping. They want another inhibitor, and they get it. They get the mid. It looks like Alien has to go away. I'm still looking for Louise, but Takashi goes in. Full barrage activated. King tries to run away, but King, hold on. Astral Echo gets on all of them. Gusta Lagusta is marching 2 forward. He flickers out of the way.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness he still has resources to do so, and I think it's a good option. You do not want to get hit by that at max range. Like, Rosa is, look at the damage dealt, 59,000. Wow. He's nearly doubling half the lobby right now.
Yeah, I told you, he is, at least I call him the unreachable mid lane king because he plays from afar, but yet so effective.
Well, TNZ is taking way too much damage, more than he wants to. Gusta Lagusta unable to reach with the Torn-Apart Memories. RRQ Akira, they're in a good spot, but I don't know. The damage coming in from Fireflux, it might not be over just yet.
I don't think it's over anytime soon, right? Because it always boils down to if Fireflux Esports gives the neutral, especially the Lord, over to RRQ Akira, they have some decent high ground defense, and eventually RRQ Akira needs to pull the trigger, right? And there are 2 instances where this happens.
In quiet, in silence.
Oh God! Louise locks him down. Apex 47 is there. Alien wants to fight back. Gusta Lagusta is in bad position. Rosa gets the kill. Saigon was there, but Saigon has to use the black shoes to get out of the way. An attempt by RRQ Akira, but Fireflux, they smelled it out.
Yeah, it was snuffed out so quickly. But that was actually an end angle. If most of the members of Fireflux were outside of the base, and if RRQ threw bodies and sent one person to actually go for the crystal, that might have just been it. Now they have to dance around this Lord once again, and this is where it's going to get tough because they have to buy at least 16 seconds. Let's round it up to 20 seconds for Gusta Lagusta to actually walk down to it.
Apex 47 brings Alien to the fray. Alien finds Tree. Takashi is waiting. Takashi gets Apex 47, and now Louise hasn't found an angle just yet. RRQ Akira contesting for this Lord. Fireflux Esports doesn't look like they're in prime position to really go forward. Saigon has arrived. Alien and TNZ, they're thinking about it. They want this.
I think you force it, right? I mean, Sunshine, oh wait, he does have the full barrage now, actually. There's a possibility if he finds a pick. Seiken doesn't have black shoes either, more reason to.
TNZ flanking from the side. Gusta Lagusta chases him off. Wait, the Lord? Oh my god, the Lord got resetted.
Oh, Gusta.
Gusta Lagusta goes for TNZ, and TNZ survives with the Turtles Poissons.
After having that vision on Tinzy, he's definitely gonna commit to that Lord fully. Oh, Alien wants to steal.
Alien can't do anything.
He's gonna get kicked back, and now he's dead too.
Yep, Gusta Lagusta is gonna go for it, and Alien gets taken down. King, another kill for him, 6-1 and 2.
Doesn't seem like a boxing arena down there in the bot lane, but yet he got a lot of punches.
Can't do much about it. This is starting to become a really tough situation, right? Sunshine holding on to that full barrage. The key component for Fireflux Esports' potential turnaround against RRQ Akira. As now we're in the ultra late stages of the game, I'm thinking that whether Gusta Lagusta might have made a mistake with the tenacity, maybe he should have gone Weapon Master to ensure that he gets these kills.
Right now, it looks like RRQ Akira, they're in the base. The Lord is marching down mid. Takashi goes in, finds Sunshine, has to use the flicker. And full barrage Luis! Luis is stopping him. King is going for the base. And RRQ Akira wins the best of 3.
They pull it out. The reverse sweep is complete. And RRQ Akira walk away 2-1 against Fireflux Esports. GG, well played. Now this group just got interesting.
It's now on fire. This group is now officially a really group of death. Having this statistic, man, in the group. Wow, you still have Blacklist to play against, you still have SMG to play against, and yet this group is on fire just by game 2.
A lot of 2-1s. We gotta remind you guys, if Fireflux 1-1, basically 2 teams get eliminated, but with the win going over to RRQ Akira, everyone has a chance.
It's a chance. Yeah. It's a moment. It's a breath of fresh air. But more importantly, this is why Luis was looking at Cabral being like, this is my time. Give me that Cho.
Because in the world of Kung Fu, speed is all that matters. Actually, look, Luis in this game, he was able to take some really, or like to execute some really good way of Dragon Ultimates there. He was able to take Paquito out. He was able to take some of the members at a specific time, especially Tenzi. He was able to push him away. So I would definitely agree on, yes, coach, trust me, I can bring this home.
Takashi as well. Those penalty zones, dude, that was an amazing starter.
It really was. It really was. And now we're getting to see why, you know. It's strange to see that most teams don't have as much of a hot start that we would like to believe. They take a bit of time to actually work up to it. But it's time to have a look at our MVP of the game, brought to you by the Republic of Gamers. Give it up, boys! King coming out big time for RRQ Akira on his Boxia and as well as his Martis.
Martis. That was the best actually executed Martis so far in the M5. We have seen him take that kills one after a time. Sometimes we have actually called it some side quests. Look here, he went for a semi-tanky build, just having the Hunter Strike and going for a full tanky build after that. And also, he was really good in executing his retributions. When it comes to that purple buff, we have seen it at some moment, if it came here on the highlights, he didn't use the retribution, he rather went for the purple buff steal and also took the turtle. Here we have seen the Way of the Dragon once and again by Luis being executed to make sure that Team Fireflux cannot get into the zone. RRQ, yeah, this was one of the moments we were all excited about, aren't we?
Yep, I mean, it's these small things that make all the difference here, right? The fact that they were able to find these lockdowns on specifically Tianzi, who's having a particularly difficult matchup, but it's thanks to Sunshine, who was able to kind of back him up. Don't worry, if you get caught out, I will protect you with a full barrage to make sure that they pay for it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, look here. Again, that's what I'm telling you about. Sunshine, he was able to deal a huge amount of damage. He just needed some crowd control from his own team to keep Team RRQ in place, but the crowd control isn't an option, isn't offered by Team Fireflux, and that's why every time Sunshine triggers an ultimate, he cannot find his way through to get that Maniac, to get that damage dealt or the output damage needed to take a lot of targets at the same time. Here, it was just inevitable. Luis managed to keep him away from defending that turret. That was the last opportunity for Team Fireflux, the Turkish Giants, to stand tall and to make one more solid defense.
Dude, I gotta say, King, he finished the side quest so quick, it looked like he was playing another game at that point. Because, again, the moment we see a lot of the engages where Fireflux looks like they're just about to win, King just like, yo, I got this ultimate. It's kind of good. You want a taste? He gave them a taste, and that was it.
He was playing Power Wash Simulator because he's just cleaning people up. That's the idea, right? Peel, clean up every single time. Overall, despite it only being an 18-minute and 10-second game, overall, very low kill count. And I was starting to get worried that maybe people like, you know, Gusta maybe should have taken Weapon Master to really... They've already accelerated him to the later stages of the game, but still, you're seeing people like Tianzi walking away with just slivers of health.
Looking at the spell of Seijin actually using the Flicker is not something I'm quite used to see on Lilia. I'm more of a Purify guy on Lilia. But again, he managed to escape a lot of inevitable deaths. But looking here, actually the Blood Wings, I haven't seen the item in a really long time. He used it here to Rizla, but let's go to the other statistics-rich guy. We have Gusta. Gusta was 690. I wouldn't say that this is up in the charts anywhere, but yet he managed to get that gold. He managed to deal some good amount of damage. Rosa, the untouchable king in the back lines, he was really good on the Novaria, but yet his damage, no matter how many damage he can deal and how many shots he can land, it's nothing. It's nothing when you don't have the perfect execution after it. As I said, Team Fireflux lack a lot of crowd control because you cannot just rely on a Paquito to do a third skill. You cannot only rely on a circling eagle coming from the Matilda. You need someone to keep people in place. 83k damage from Rosa. I told you, he did a lot of damage, but what can you do with damage if it's not in the right place?
Well, again, a lot of it was just banking whether Sunshine's full barrage was able to find the one-shots on the targets that they were looking for, right? Just make sure that even if they have a small fraction